What's going on, everybody? We're back with another sequel top shelf episode this week or this month. Have we said how often we're releasing these? We should be releasing these every hour.
If we're paid to drink, Matt, I would say 3 hours of every business day is at least adequate.
Today we're reviewing another local, for us at least, little place called
Shop Local.
Davidson Reserve. Made by Pennington here in the Nashville area.
Pennington, what is it? Pennington Distilling Co., right?
Yeah.
So they own a few brands, full disclosure. I think in the spirits world, I think they have some vodkas as well. Mm-hmm. They have this whiskey, Davidson Reserve, which is what we're looking at. And I think they have something else, some kind of specialty drink. But here in Nashville, Tennessee, husband and wife owned and operated. Super cool company. They do some pretty interesting things in their touring. So if you're ever stopping through Nashville, I know people are looking for stuff to do. Go in, have a tour. If it's a Tuesday, I think they even will do a signature bottle, let you even blend your own whiskey, and then they will engrave in your own naming into the bottle, which is pretty damn cool.
That sounds like fun. We may have to do a little tour someday. A little
one, just one.
Well,
What I was
one where we bring the camera with us, we'll do a little Mr. Rogers visit the factory.
That sounds good. They're about 10 minutes from my house, Uber ride. So
okay, very important.
Let's
Don't forget
blend
that.
up
Safety
some
first,
interesting
folks.
blends. Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and pour if you want to keep talking.
Oh yeah. Okay. So they've got an awesome little leather strap around the top of their bottle. True wood cork that Matt is struggling with here.
Is it though?
Oh, let's see.
That's not
wood topper.
It's a wood topper, but I don't think that's
composite cork.
That's
not.
I'll just call you out there.
Sorry, you guys should probably do a full traditional cork here. But they have a nice little leather strap around the neck of the bottle here that indicates that it is a small batch. And this is a Tennessee straight whiskey. Okay, so I want to get that out of there. It is a little bit on the higher proof side. I think it's 101. 101. Mm-hmm. Okay, so 101 proof. Tennessee straight, so it's going to be very different from the whiskeys that we have reviewed thus far. And actually, we kind of know somebody who knows the master distiller over there. We need to sit down with this guy and pluck his brain.
Mm-hmm.
Because if we are going to go over there and create our own sequel batch, then we're going to have to get some answers here.
Ooh, yeah, this one has some good legs.
Unique coloring. Okay, this is
a little darker.
Far darker than what we have reviewed thus far. And we've reviewed everything from 116 proof.
Mm-hmm. Coming back up now.
Coming back
up.
Down to
about 80-something?
Yeah, we went to a 95, then an 80, and now we're back up to a 101. So we're getting back into the territory that I like to sip in.
Yeah.
A little stronger. The color is indicating to me that it's definitely going to be more of that full body.
Yeah, okay. which is one of my favorites. So I'm excited.
We have let's see what else we can learn on this.
I'm very excited with the creaminess and the thickness.
So it's 60% corn. So it's definitely a bourbon.
Yeah.
So it's a Tennessee straight bourbon whiskey.
Okay.
For those super nerds out there, you kind of understand what that composition breakdown looks like. But 60% corn, 22% wheat, 18% malt. Interesting. I like the 20 and higher malt. They do have multiple product lines, so you can get a 4-grain from them. I think you can get a sour mash, if I remember correctly, a rye for sure, and then they have special releases like I think
I'm loving this.
Genesis is what they call it.
I'm loving the nose.
I havenent even put my nose in it.
I couldn't wait.
You couldn't wait?
I couldn't wait.
You're so far ahead of me.
You were saying so many nice things about it. I just had to go in and just.
All right, I'm gonna put my nose in it.
He did it.
Ooh.
He did it.
You know what? Right now, I'm outside. I'm at a campfire.
Okay.
It is definitely October 14th.
Ooh, specific.
At 6 p.m.
Wow.
The sun is setting.
Is there a lake inside your view?
There's no lake here. All I'm really getting is fresh cedar for my fire.
I can smell the leaves that are probably a little damp.
For those of you that actually camp, cedar is a horrible, horrible wood to burn. Don't do it.
We'll do our campfire reviews later.
On the nose, where are you starting this point at?
What, with a score?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna.
You're not gonna.
I'm not gonna do that.
So we're
I'm
always
not
doing
gonna
a barrel
claim.
score. For those of you who don't know, go watch our previous episodes. We do a 1 through 5, 5 being the highest, 5 barrel score.
Just saying that I have a feeling.
Okay.
It's giving me a feeling that.
Do you remember what you paid for this bad boy before we get into the tasting?
I don't, but I want to say it was about $30.
These guys, if I remember correctly, really crisp that kind of $40 range. So I think they're all like in the 38s.
Okay.
Until you get to some of their, fancier
I think this was like
limited runs.
30, 35 maybe at the most. Yeah. But yeah, I'd love to have, when we get further down with even more whiskeys and we have a catalog of reviews, to be able to have some sort of a chart to be able to say, this one's expensive but tastes great, this one's cheap and tastes great, and then add a level of like findability. Like, how easy is it to find?
Findability's tough.
That's tough.
That's tough.
I don't know about where you live. I don't know, like West Coast. I actually have, funny story, I have some, when my relatives come to visit from out of state, they live in a state where the liquor stores are actually run by the state. So what happens is that they're all state mandated liquor stores. They're not run by the state, but they're state mandated. So when a liquor store, it doesn't have what you want, because of the state registry, you can look up and say, hey, I really want this whiskey. They can look up and see where all of those whiskeys are across competitors and whatever.
Kind of have a database.
So
that's pretty interesting.
It's cheating because here in Nashville you can't do that. You can't just say, hey, I really want this blank, 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 like really hard to find. And they can't just look it up and tell you, well, it's available over in Mount Juliet. And if you're really wanting it, you drive over there and pick it up.
Yeah.
You can do that in another state.
You're just going to have to call in, unfortunately, in Tennessee. Yeah. Well, we do get some of the best selections, even though we can't really dial into where they all are at all times. Hang on, man. Look at you. You're already tasting. I'm telling you, dude, like, back up a little bit. Tell me about what you got on the nose first. You've already tasted it. I don't even know if you can untaste it. Can you untaste that through your nose and tell me what was on the nose for you? Because I think we jumped. For me, like I said, it put me at a campfire. This is something that I'm having. I feel like I'm in the woods wearing flannel. This beard is like an extra 3 inches more burly. The wife and child have called it a night, and I am watching the embers slowly fade into the darkness. I mean, that's what's on the nose.
That's a good feeling description.
Smoke.
That's a very good feeling description. Can you give me some specifics about maybe the actual, like, give me a food reference, like a tangible description there.
Everything I want to say is whiskey related.
I mean, I'm getting a very creamy, woodsy, like the charred barrel, but still a touch sweet. A touch sweet.
For me, I'm getting chocolate covered cherries. Like if you've bitten into a chocolate covered cherry and you're pulling it away from your mouth, that smell that you first get before you've really chomped down on it, you've bitten into it and you're pulling away. I'm getting that chocolate covered cherry. I'm getting that warm, deep flavor. I mean, I haven't tasted it yet, but I can just tell you this is going to be full-bodied and rich. I already know it.
Well, yeah, the nose definitely indicates probably pretty.
I feel like I'm giving a lot of information and no information
dense
at the same time for on the nose.
Yeah.
I'm getting a cherry. I'm definitely getting a cherry. I'm getting something cherry chocolate. It's almost dessert-like to me because of, I think, the warm feeling I'm getting from this on the nose.
Yeah, I'm getting
like
a chocolatey and cream
mindset.
Kind of essence.
Well, I'm going to taste it since you're like a mile ahead of me.
Go for it. Yep. I think it's got like that perfect dessert type, like berries and cream, chocolate kind of feel.
What did I just taste? All the feelings that I had described on the nose, I just drank it. I don't even know, like, how do you put that into... I am splitting wood with an axe by a campfire. That's what I just drank. How do you... What am I supposed to say about that? How do I give a flavor profile
you are the
burly lumberjack
in the alternate universe when you're a lumberjack that,
I don't know if Sean Connery drinks whiskey, but if he did, this is what he'd drink.
Isn't he like Scottish?
Yes.
But Oh, okay.
Yeah, he would put all that to the side.
If his Kentucky cousin drank,
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think this
even
is
he would.
I think this is the secret shit he had in his cabinet at home, and when friends came over, this is what he pulled out.
It is pretty darn good, and I think my nose estimation of saying that it's going to score pretty high, I think I might have to follow through with that a little bit. The score is going to be.
This is going to sound crazy,
decent.
but I'm getting like high-end steak taste from this whiskey.
I'm definitely feeling that this is something I would have with a high-end steak. I don't know that I'm tasting.
I think that's the problem with me with this whiskey. From the other ones we have literally talked through, it's been flavor profile. This is exactly what I'm getting. I'm just getting warm feelings from this. I don't even know how to describe it. This is. It's got both of those elements. The special occasion dinner, like you're at a nice restaurant having that steak, but then it also has this very rustic, I'm out camping, that's campfire kind of feel. So it's kind of got this both a little bit of luxury, treating yourself kind of feel, but yet still this is something that I feel like I would grab any old day. Oh, I would drink this all the time. I just feel like this is a testosterone boost. I don't even know. You
feel your beard growing, like
exactly. This is like that animalistic. Like, wow, this is great. It's sophisticated enough that I think that let's just say a whiskey snob or a connoisseur, someone who is definitely has a mature palate, would drink this and be like, this is probably a really good bourbon.
But it is a really good bourbon.
I don't know that they're going to say this is super complex on the palate. I think it is. Yeah. It's basically it is exactly what it's set out to be. Right. It is who it is. On the nose is exactly what you get on the palate.
Complexity, yes, and not. I agree that it could be argued that it's not overly complex, but personality though, you can't say that it doesn't have personality because it's
almost 100% personality. If there was a personality scale, this is like breaking the it's off the Richter, as they would say, right? Wow.
But you got to score it though now.
Can I take this home? This is from Matt's collection. I think I should take this one home, just to be sure,
just to make sure that the score is you'll score it in like another hour or two after the bottle's gone.
So knowing this was this is the sub 40 price range, right?
Mm-hmm. And it's reasonably easier to find here in town.
This is a tough one for me. How? It's in the proof range that I like. It's super sippable.
Absolutely.
I'm almost like worried that I'm getting too caught up in the emotional factor here. That it's
it's
like setting the stage for me so much in my mind before I drank it. Just on the nose. Wow.
But you got to give it a number.
I'm gonna go with a solid 4.
Ooh.
4 barrels. Solid 4 barrels.
Solid 4 barrels.
Yeah.
Okay.
The only reason I'm not gonna give it 5 barrels is probably because how do I say this delicately? It almost doesn't interest me. And I don't want that to come off
with all you just said, though.
I don't want it to come off negative because it excites me, but I know exactly what I'm getting with every sip. There's no surprises in it. So I guess that's what I mean.
But I would look forward to that taste, that sip.
Dependable. It's dependable. Yes. It's consistent. I feel like the first sip I had and the last sip I had were identical.
Yes. Agreed.
So I know every sip that I'm getting exactly the taste profile that I'm getting. So
dependable, but it won't not surprising.
Correct. It's delicious. It's exciting because of just the mindset it puts me in as I'm sipping. But
I would look forward to that. I would look forward to that. I'd be like, if this is dependable, I know this is going to taste this way. It's not overly expensive, so therefore I wouldn't feel so bad running out of it and needing to go buy more. That's not a bad thing. So for me, because of several of those factors combined with the personality that it has, I'm going to give it a 4.5.
Ooh. They have other lines, and I have had their 4 grain.
Okay.
And I personally like their 4 grain better because the 4 grain has enough variety in it from a flavor profile that I feel like every sip is a tad bit different. But this, if you like a Tennessee straight bourbon whiskey.
Yep.
I mean, damn. This is This is
one of my bottles, and I will be buying another one when that's gone. I guarantee it.
Findability, big question mark here.
I don't know outside of Nashville.
We don't
I've
know
seen it
how
on a lot of
big
shelves around here.
this distillery is, quite frankly. We haven't been over there yet to check them out and learn more, which we will. But I would say that it may be hard to find. I know I've got some family members I have tried to tempt into going to find this in South Carolina. That's had some trouble finding it, so that may be a little difficult depending on where
regional,
you
are. Yeah. How regional are you? Pennington?
Well, guys, you had one of the highest scores we've ever given from Matt over here.
Yeah, it was delicious.
4.5 barrels out of 5. I hope you like this review. Join us next time as we continue to drink.
Thank you much, guys. We'll see you later.